What a treat to be here in what is called the prettiest little stadium in America, home to the Georgia Southern Eagles in Statesboro. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the UL Monroe Warhawks, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Georgia Southern Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Godfrey. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So UL Monroe's offense will take the field first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes...
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Warhawks are in the hurry-up.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Dropping back, it's Hoffman. Quickly out to the tight end. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Warhawks are moving quickly down the field.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Warhawks with the 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. And the Warhawks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Got his man. Touchdown, UL Monroe. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole first quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cobb. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So Georgia Southern's offense will have its first possession of the game. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Pulls it in. It's Sanders. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Looking to throw, it's French. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. The running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Warhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he goes down back at the 1-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Leaves it with the running back. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on once. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Dallas. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to pass. It's French. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Statesboro. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the prettiest little stadium in America.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They'll start this third quarter with a run. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. And the Eagles can really attack on this second and short. With the catch, it's Dallas. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Eagles come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Back to pass, it's French. Here's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the Eagles, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. The sure hands, it's Brown. Still on his feet at the 45. Running free. Touchdown, Eagles! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Final play of the quarter coming. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge third down. Using the quick game. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Dropping back, it's Hoffman. Here's a heat. Finds his man, it's Nixon. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Leaves it with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Second down, they'll go to the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. They'll throw on 3rd and short. He's got him. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Warhawks! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's French. Makes the catch. He'll get a fresh set it down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left.
Timeout, Georgia Southern.
Looking downfield on first down. Caught close to the marker, it's Dallas. Timeout called by the offense, 23 seconds remaining in the game. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch, it's Brown. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there, plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. The Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Backed up now. Here's second and long.
Timeout, Georgia Southern.
Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He'll set up to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. Both of these offenses sputtered and stammered like a 73 AMC Pacer if they made one of those back then, and ultimately they come up short.
Sounds like a beautiful car that you just want to run better, and that's the problem with this offense right now. They've got the guys to make the plays, just not able to execute here today, Dave.
And it's frustrating because you want to make those plays, especially offensively, but you got to find a rhythm. You got to find something you do well and kind of stick to it. That offense couldn't find anything they did really well, and that's why they couldn't put points on the board.
Thanks so much for spending some time with